I try to live my life as peaceful, as positive, as happy as I can be. I don't try to hate anyone. I don't want anybody to hate me. And for that reason, I do my best not to hate on any of these fighters. But there are a couple of fighters out there who just make my nut itch. I'm talking about visceral hatred I have for them, and I would wish the worst upon them. And let's start off with my most hated guy, right? Yair Rodriguez. Look, I absolutely hate this man. If you see my other videos, you know why. You know why I hate this scrawny, 14-year-old Bill, whiny little, little drama queen who is, oh my god, seeing him cry to Bisping and be angry as he's not like a little yapping chihuahua. Something about that sits wrong with me. Him being entitled, he would have gotten the title fight instead of Diego Lopez against Volkanovski and fight in Mexico, the Mexico arena. If that Mexico arena was built in time. Think about that. If Diego Lopez, we're all complaining that Diego Lopez got the title belt, but the alternative wasn't Murphy or Evloev. It was Yair Rodriguez. Why? Because he's won one fight in the past 3 years. He won one fight. He lost to Volkanovski. He lost to Brian Ortega. How you lose to fucking Brian Ortega, man? Chubby rolled ankle Brian Ortega. Second, and then he beat an unranked Bellator fighter in his debut. And he was next up. He's still ranked number 3 somehow. How the fuck did this... I know how. He does not move position and not from third place because everybody else around him loses. This man stays as inactive as he could be. Comes once a year, loses or looks shit. And then he stays in the same position while everybody else around him moves. I absolutely hate this man. I want to see him lose. I want to see him get beat up. I wish nothing but the worst upon him. Also, I'm Mexican. I don't know if you could tell. It don't matter. But this man is making such bad credibility for us. Us Mexicans. If you're Mexican out there, you should be mad too. Cause we're getting fucking DEI allegations against us because this man was about to fucking fight Volkanovski. It is wrong. It is fucked up. He's bad. He's adding dirt to our name, our precious American eagle, or fucking not American eagle, Mexican eagle out there. Next person I absolutely hate, Kai Kara France. Look, there's no reason I hate this guy. There, look, you can see that. You can see. You can't. Look, you can see the face there. Whoops. That might be a reason why you hate him. Me personally, I don't hate him. But there's something so funny about making fun of him. Something so funny about him getting bullied. Maybe not the best word, bullying, but when there was a picture of him being showed and someone said, ew, what is that? Why is Kara France there? Why he look creepy? And no reason. He was just standing next to Allberg and Israel Adesanya and someone was like, ew. It makes no sense why you want to bully him. But I look at him, he just looks like he wants to look at my iPad for games. He looks like he's asking me if snotty nose, dirty little fingers, that little cousin who's hey, who just bothers you, tries to tell you stories and shit like that. This is just who he is. I don't know. I don't hate him, but something about him makes me want to bully him. I don't know if that makes sense. Something about him looks like oh man, I just want to fucking like a noogie. I want to put him. Noogie him. And there's no real reason. He just looks funny, man. Something about him just looks like a victim. And that's the only reason he's here. I don't hate him, especially as much as Yair, but oh boy, does he makes my nuts itch. All right, next person, Brian Ortega. Look, I do not know why Bedtime MMA has such a big crush on him. I do not know why Tracy Cortez is what saw in him. I do not understand it. First of all, he got the build of the dishwasher in my restaurant. Second of all, this man is just not a good fighter. He is not a supreme elite person. He had a close call against Volkanovski in the 4th, 5th round where he almost submitted him, and that's this highlight of his career, almost getting a submission on somebody. Almost getting a submission. That is the most he has ever done in his career. He beat Yair. Thank you, I guess. But besides that, outside the ring, he's not even that likable. He's pretentious. He's a performative male. He's one of those guys who seeks attention and shit like that. And he just does not land well with me. I had those type of friends. If you had those type of friends who go to your birthday and make it about themselves and start crying because I remember, I don't want to get personal. I remember one time, right? Something bad happened to me. I go to my friend's house because we I'm looking for a place to live and shit like that, right? And he starts talking about and crying about a breakup he just had. Bro, I'm almost homeless. Why are you not? You're supposed to comfort me. I'm comforting you now because I'm a girl you dated for a week broke your heart. I'm about to be homeless. What is up with this? That's who this guy is. Maybe I just know the look. I just know the look and I don't know. Next person, Gene Silva. Look, I like Gene Silva. I liked him a lot, but him and the come up for Diego Lopez, right? I saw that fight and I didn't really enter that fight knowing all the shenanigans that Gene Silva's done or did throughout the fight week. For me, it was just a regular fight week, but then noticing he put like a piece of paper at the scale and stuff like that, and like his barking gets tiring, and like his I don't know, it's just like his shenanigans just like put me off so much where I'm like, I want to like you, but you're too like almost special needs, man. Like you're drooling in the lunch line type of special needs, and this it's like it was funny the first few times. It was like, oh, but like, oh, this is just he's just annoying. This is not a gimmick. This is just like, oh, he comes off as that friend who like plays too rough and then like actually hurts you and then blames you for it for some reason. Like I don't know what else to explain it. He just like he's not hatred there. He's not your year status, but he's certainly getting there. He's not making it any better. Dressing up in the press conference with the chain and shit like that. The things he says on like Twitter is like, okay, like he's just not likable. And I want to like him, which makes my nuts itch even more. Next person, Yusalau. Oh my god, the Moroccan Devil. Oh my god, him beating Josh Emmett. And then I'm like, okay, we just started the fight. Okay, submitted, but it's a submission. It's not a KO. It wasn't anything exciting. He looks like a good guy. And he started talking to the crowd. And he's talking like, hey guys, like me, por favor, like me. And they just, I don't know why. It's the same thing with Kai Kara France where I'm like, I want to bully you. I want to bully you. I don't bully people. I never bullied people. But you make it hard not to want me to like fucking like, I don't know, like what? Like fucking like punch you in your gut in front of the host? I don't know. Maybe that's too far. I don't know how bullying works. I never did it. The furthest I've known about bullying is like fucking Disney Channel shit or like fucking roasting your friends. But this man, he just I don't know, something about him just fucking like comes off so like try hardy and squeaky voice, and I'm like, all right, bro, chill, bro, come on, all right, calm down, bro, calm down. Something about that. I don't know. Also, he was boring versus not the Josh Emmett fight, but the fight before that against maybe Calvin Kattar. Boring, not the most exciting. He's good. He's like, but I don't know. He just doesn't do anything for me, and it's working negatively. And whenever he tries to do something, because it doesn't work, he has a squeaky ass voice. Next person, Patty Pimlet. Look, the closer we get to the fight, the more I'm annoyed I am by him. Him talking trash about Dustin Poirier, talking trash about Justin Gaethje and everybody else, and how he's talking about like, oh, you know, he's downplaying Khabib in a way where he's like, oh, you know what Khabib was gonna do to you? He's gonna wrestle you, but me, you don't know. And I'm like, bro, you're not Khabib. You're not Holloway. You're not. You're like not even good in the stand up. You're like, the only way you're gonna win this is by submission. Or maybe like a fluky knockout, right? So it's almost getting on my nerve, and then him playing the victim constantly with the Dan Hooker shit, which like didn't sit well with me, and then him talking about how Armin has it easy and how Armin doesn't deserve it when bro only beat old washed men himself, and it's like it's just coming off so fucking like delusional. He's just been so fucking delusional for such a long time, and I'm just like, I don't like that. I just don't like delusional people. I don't like whiny little bitches like yeah. I don't. And I swear to God, if he comes out and loses, gets knocked out or something like that, and says some delusional shit like when he robbed I forgot that guy's name, the Flash from fucking Astoria, Queens, right? Fuck, I forgot his name. When he beat him, he was like, fight of the night, and they're like, no, bro, no, it was a shit fight. You lost. You should have lost. For some reason, it was like a planned robbery. It was just delusion, man. I don't like it. Marlon Vera, oh man, I like him, but he's such a whiny, pissy little shit baby, man. Him being upset he didn't rob Sandhagen, and him being upset he didn't like win a close split decision against Eamon Sahabi, and just like his bad attitude and his fake videos of him like almost getting robbed and then pulling out with a gun. Like I want to like Chito Vera. I genuinely like him. He just makes it so hard for me to want to continue liking him with his like weird little antics of like almost insecurity or wanting to be like a macho bravado man when he really isn't. Next person, Joe Telemeda, it speaks for himself. He's a pacifist fighter. Why the fuck are you in this sport if you're a pacifist where you're supposed to throw hands and punch people? Why are you a fucking little pacifist ass cunt bitch, man? That's really just it. Next person, Valentina Shevchenko, same thing. Why are you are stronger than Yang Wei Li. You could make it exciting. You could look for a finish. You could do something with it where you're like superior, like I don't know, just the fucking weight difference and shit like that. But she chooses to be boring. She actively goes out of her way to be boring. And if you think about it, like Israel Adesanya was boring. He was a safe fighter, but he came back real quick. He just turnarounds real quick. Every other month, he came back. Valentina Shevchenko has a boring fight, leaves you with that taste, and then leaves for a year. There's absolutely no reason. She's fucking so old. She's so fucking boring. And she's so fucking good where it's like, oh my fucking God. Like, I would just wish you would just retire at top and like leave the fucking sport to like people who want to scrap, even though there isn't much fighters out there who just want to scrap in the division. But it just fucking. Onto the Legion. Now, I'm gonna leave it on a funny note, right? I don't hate this man. I don't really like this man. He has a third nipple, which weirds me out, right? The reason I'm putting him as my most hated is because I am praying for this man's downfall for some reason. Him talking shit about eye pokers, then eye poking Waldo Cortez Acosta, and then getting knocked out right after it, even though saying I never eye poked anybody in 30 fights, and anybody who does eye poke should get their purse reducted, and then proving just fucking like the circumstance, the agenda of it. Embarrassing his training partner in Tom Aspinall. Waldo Cortez Acosta stopped going up from it. It's just so funny. It's just so perfect that I'm almost still praying that it kind of continues because I'm enjoying it so much. I don't hate this man, but I'm kind of cheering for his downfall in a way or not, right? Other memorable, honorable mentions are people like fucking Rampage Jackson, who isn't in the UFC no more, but Jesus Christ, his fucking kick live streaming is just so awkward to be damn near 40. I think he's older than 40, right? And to be like, oh, just, I don't know. It just comes out so weird. Like, bro, like live your life, but like fucking Jesus, stop showing it to me. Stop showing it to me. And then him and MMA Guru beef, that was just fucking weird. Like MMA Guru said he expected to like have a boxing match with Rampage Jackson and not get sued. And I'm like, yeah, that would have been cool. And Rampage should have done that. But yeah, he probably just has too much money now. He doesn't want to get into that weird kind of trouble, I guess. Even though it probably would have made him more money to fight like a fucking incel from the internet, right? Whatever that story would have been. Another person, Bryce Mitchell. I like Bryce Mitchell, but him calling out Ilia Topuria as a wife beater, even though he has no context and no evidence and no clue what he's talking about, just to call out Ilia Topuria's brother, Alexander Topuria, I want to say his name is, kind of came kind of nasty, dirty. Like, yeah, he could talk. Like, I don't give a fuck what his opinions on like World War II or that kind of, World War II and that kind of stuff is. My gripe with him is just that he's like, he kind of became. I don't know, just calling out that shit was nasty, even though he got his fucking tomato plants ruined by a witch, and then going out and like blaming Topuria for something he didn't do, just to have a call out and just to create beef and shit like that. It's something I didn't really expect from Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell's always been pretty like, not innocent, but like just like wholesome almost in a way, where he's like a farmer from the sticks, and he's just a wholesome guy, humble, and I like that more than just him calling out somebody. Another person I hate, Carlos Ulberg, just boring. Ian Gary, his voice, I can never not just hear him and think, oh yeah, I might like this guy. Anytime he talks, anytime he's being delusional, against like same with Paddy Pimblett, delusion is just something that irks me so much. Like, bro, do you even live in the same realities we do? But I'm gonna end it there. Tell me who you hate, who you despise. Tell me who you like from this crew. If you like Amos Sahabi, of Bryce Mitchell, yeah. But let me know if I'm wrong about some of these people, and let me know, do you have a man crush again with Brian Ortega? Like and subscribe. I don't know, but sure. Tell me some fanfic down below. Have a good day. Bye. Like and subscribe, please.